From the Alliant University Gym, this is the Phenom 150 National Camp All-Star Games on MOS Live. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bill Cortland. We're courtside for a 10th grade Division All-Star contest. And if it's anything like the 9th graders were, it's going to be a track meet. We play 4 8-minute quarters. Good heavens. For more information about the camp, please go to phenomamerica.com. All right, it's East versus West. The East wearing the white jerseys. The West wearing the dark jerseys. They're red, trimmed in white. And on the tip-off, the ball is grabbed by Dylan Cabbs. He swings it over to teammate front court quickly for the West. Martin Maid drives all the way in, lays it up, and they're going to wipe it out. Foul on the drive, and the ball out of bounds to the West. Everybody looking to catch an inbound pass. Finally, it swung out to the left side. A drive down the left side. The man is knocked to the floor. No call. No harm, no harm, as Sivian Favis went to the rim and got knocked around, and the East with a shot back the other way, no good. Here's a drive down the left wing, left baseline by Maid. He lays it up and in, and it's 2-0 in favor of the West. All right, out on the right side, then a drive all the way down, lay it up and in, no good by Mazenot. Lay it up and no good, not lay it up and in, but no good. And the West with the rebound there, quickly back to the front court. Here's Cabbs with it on the wing, gives it out to Maid. He drives down, tried to come underneath for a reverse layup. That's no good. Rebound taken by one of those kids. Here's a drive, a foul as Faquan Davis went to the rim. And he is whacked on the drive, so the ball will go out of bounds. Still a 2-0 game as Davis inbounds it into the left corner. Nice pass underneath. There's a hold, grab, clutch, whatever you want to call it there, as Boone was getting loose underneath the basket. He's fouled, and the ball back out of bounds again for the East. 6'8" center John Olmstead out of Arizona inbounds the ball. His teammate throws it up. Air ball grabbed out of midair by a teammate who lays it up and in. See if we can get a number there, but the East have their first 2 points of the ball game. Out front, 26 is Andre Crump Jr. He gets it to a teammate. And there's a whole gaggle of players in at the free throw line. We get a whistle. Ball tied up, and call a turnover and give it over to the East. So Massenet inbounds it to a teammate into the backcourt. There's a drive by Davis down the right side, kicks into the corner, a teammate for a three-pointer. Good, nice shot. And the East has their first lead of the ball game at, well, they put 4-2 up there. I think that was a three-pointer, though, which should make it 5-2. At any rate, here's a crossover dribble by Cabbs. He comes underneath, misses a gimme. Rebound taken by Massenet. He gets slowed down in the backcourt, fumbles the ball, then tips it ahead to a teammate. Back to Massenet, free throw line, 13-footer, good. Should say just inside the free throw line, straight away. We're under 5 minutes to play. Here's the East lead, 6-2 in the first quarter. And now a steal out front. Ball ahead to Davis. He comes down the right side, lays it up and in. And the turnovers starting to pile up here for the West. They're trailing 8-2 as we approach 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Favis dishes to a teammate. Cabbs drives in, lays it up, no good. Rebound fought for, grabbed by the East. Foul the pass to Massenet, gets it ahead to a teammate. That man comes down the left side, lays it up and in. Davis with another hoop. And his team leads 10-2. 4:15 to go here in the first quarter. Now we get a whistle and a foul out front. Pretty good grab of the arm there by Faquan Davis, and he looked at the referee and said, "No, I didn't." I think if he looks at the tape on that one, he'll maybe see that he had a pretty good grip on the guy's arm there. All right, we've hit the 4-minute mark and still counting as the teams bring on 5 new players each. East with the ball and a 10-2 lead. Ball on the right wing, a drive and a kick. I beg your pardon, this is the West with the ball. All into the post. The short man in there was Pekulski. He had to back it out. Swung over to the left side. There's a pick and a dribble to the left side. A pass inside off the mark. It was tipped and then taken by the East. And their man got away with a travel. Here's Pelletier back out front. Long three-pointer just to the left. Goes straight away. No good. Rebound by the West. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Here's a drive all the way down the lane and laying it up and in is good by Taquavius Humphreys. The big man out of Michigan put his head down. Then a long pass caught at the other end. A layup tried, no good. He might have been fouled, but there was no whistle. That Sazalski out front. Here's Humphreys trying to do it himself. Lays it off to Centers. Pekulski picks up a dribble. They lay it over to Humphreys. He jacks it 2. That's on the way, no good. Rebound taken by a teammate. Then he throws it away. Outlet pass was stolen by Matthews. Puts it out to the right wing. A long 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken underneath by McGraw. Here comes the West. 2:15 to go here in the quarter. The East leading at 10-4. Humphreys. Crossover dribble as he went down the left side, lost the ball, and he's down holding his ankle. As the East goes the other way, they've got a man loose in the left corner. A three-pointer on the way, that's off the mark, no good. Rebound taken by the West, and now we get a whistle. As Humphreys is still down in some pain on the baseline. Back over by his Team West basket. So they do stop the clock with the injury here, and the trainers will attend to Humphreys. (10-4), I believe, is still the score. Not that I can see the scoreboard. Humphreys, oh boy, now pounding the floor in some pain. He is still on his back with a trainer looking at his right, either his ankle or his right shin. Now the trainer kneels closer to his face and is talking directly with the player. They're going to take all the time they need to make sure he's okay. Okay, now he's sitting up. And my eyes are not what they used to be, but it looks like they're pulling his toe, which may mean a cramp. All the players are back out on the court, although Mr. Humphreys is still down at the end line. All right, so they've got him up on his feet now. They just hauled him up, and he is not going to be putting a lot of weight on that right foot.
Even though they have clean shirts on, they're looking smooth and mismatching, they're looking good. They're looking good, right? There we go.
And he's not putting hardly any weight on that. Not any weight on it at all. All right, so they got a couple of guys picking him up and carrying him across the court. They'll get him back over to one of the locker rooms or one of the training rooms to take a look at him. All right, we're back underway now. Down under a minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. 10-4 in favor of the East. West with the ball. Out front, the ball to the free throw line, left side extended. Then a swing toward the lane, and a jumper is good. About a 16-footer for the West. And I, honest to Pete, can't tell you the number of the kid that just made the shot. Ball over here to the left wing. That's Cizalski. He lays it off to Bahima. Cole Bahima knocks it down. Three-pointer makes it 13-6 in favor of the East. Down to a minute 15 to go in this quarter. Centers swings it over to the left side. His teammate Pekulski with it. Tried to put it into the paint, and it was tipped, and it came back to him and went off of Pekulski's hands out of bounds. Turnover, ball over to the East. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. The East get the ball in the hands of Bahima into the left corner. A three-pointer on the way, no good. Off in the hands of Cizalski. Then a drive all the way the other way by Centers. He tried to go up the ball, taken away, and back comes the East. Malm with it. Picks it up, fakes a pass, then faked a three-pointer, faked a dribble and had to pass it, then got the ball back as he cut to the hoop, but there was a big guy underneath. And the ball taken by the West, and we get a whistle. And we got some blood, I think. Somebody might have gotten an accidental elbow in the chops. So we got that player coming off. And a substitute will come on for him for Team East. And that is 22, I believe. That's Dion Matthews out of Illinois, who has to head back to the locker room and run some cold water or grab a chip of ice. And we were going to have a timeout here. Did he lose a contact maybe? Something. There are 3 or 4 people looking at the court, and that usually means a contact. If it were a mouthpiece, they would have found it by now. You would think. On the other hand, maybe they're looking for spots of blood or something to wipe up, but nobody's found any. So we had an injury timeout with 20 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. The East leading the West 13-6 with 20 seconds to play. And it looks like they are looking for some blood and found some. So we're getting some wiping up action. So Ben, I probably got it right the first time that he got hit in the chops and had some drops of blood on the floor, because now they've got a couple of places where they want somebody to come out with a towel. Come on, people, you're killing me here. I'm dying, Ed. Give me a line. Give me a joke. So a horse walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" They are continuing to clean up some blood. And there's all kinds of protocols that have to be followed whenever there is an open cut or blood. But I'd have thunk there was a faster way to meet the protocol. But then what do I know? They want to be thorough, and I applaud them for that. It is a camp, not the NBA where they've got 25 kids on the sidelines who want to run out there with towels. And even if there were, you can't have them run out there with towels because we're talking about bodily fluids. So you got to take care. Maybe they should get a 6-foot wide mop, spray that, and just go over the whole court. Maybe Ed should get out there and handle this. It sounds like a no. This is the Phenom 150 National Camp All-Star Games here on MOS Live. I'm Bill Cortland. Don't forget, for more information about the camps, all the players, everything you need to know, go to PhenomAmerica.com. Now we are down here at a very nice Alliant University gym here in Miramar. We're probably maybe a mile from the Marine Corps Air Station in northern San Diego County. And I just know that at some point they're going to start playing basketball again. All right, we're getting set to get back underway here. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-6 is the lead for the East. The West with possession. Their man Adam Pekulski right in front of you will inbound it into the backcourt, and here we go. 17, 16, 15. Cavs with it straight away with the dribble. Goes crossover to the right side, uses a pick, steps back, can't do the shot. Puts it out front, gets it back. Cavs ball fake. Dribbles to the right side, picks up his dribble, lays it off to a teammate. That man swings around to the free throw line, keeps going down the left side, tries to go up, and he's fouled right at the buzzer. And I believe they're going to count it. Do we have 2 points? Yes. And so the first quarter has finally come to an end with the East leading the West 13-8. All right, we're underway. The second quarter of play here in our 10th grade division all-star game here at the Phenom 150 National Camp. I'm Bill Cortland. Glad you're along for a listen. 13-8 is the lead as the West with the first shot of the second quarter. The rebound taken away by Davis. He comes down the right side, gets it back, then lays it to a teammate who's all alone and missed a little gimme. Olmstead put it up too hard, and the West will come the other way. Behind the back with the dribble goes Crump, lays it off to his teammate. 51 is Simeon Favis. Then he fumbles the ball, gets it back, gives it to Crump. Crump around a pick, and now the ball's back out front. Over to Ferguson. Back over to the left side, a drive by Made. Then he dishes into the left corner, a three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's on the floor. The East had it. Now they've got it back. A nice play Good effort in the ball. Tossed ahead to Evans. He snaps a pass over to the left wing. Holding it up is Davis. Then he throws it out front. Boone, one bounce dribble, back over to Davis. Sorry, that's not Davis, that's Massenat. Back over to Olmstead outside. He gives to a teammate, back to Olmstead, over to the right side. One bounce dribble, step back. Three-pointer on the way by Massenat is good. They call it a 2. Had his foot on the line. That makes it 15-8 in favor of the East. The West is being bit big time by the turnover bug. Here's a long 3 on the way. Steph Curry territory, no good. The long rebound comes off to Cavs. He drives down the left side, throws it up and in, and he's fouled. That'll be a 3-point play, and suddenly it's a 4-point game at 15-11. Remember, they just counted if you're fouled. They count the points and don't shoot any free throws. There's a drive, a ball tossed up by Olmstead in the lane. He's fouled, and that'll count. Quickly 2 points up on the board for the East, and it's 17-11. 5:55 to go here in the first half. Our 10th grade division all-star game, 4 8-minute quarters. And then the ball fumbled away by the West once again. Long pass ahead. It's going to be too far. Saved onto the floor by the East, but it goes right back to Martin Maid. Then they dish it ahead into the left corner. A three-pointer on the way, no good. A rebound is, somebody just mistimed it. Evans ended up with it, and then he gets whacked and fouled along the baseline, and the ball will go out of bounds to the East. Boy, somebody was up high there, and I think it was Maid looking for a tip. Just mistimed it. Here's a drive by Massenat. He comes all the way to the right side, lays it up and in. And he's given his team a 19-11 lead. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Pass down to the left baseline, back out to the corner, three-pointer on the way, good. Nice shot, 19-14 now. The East with the lead. The West, Sivian Favis with that three-pointer out of the corner. Nice left-handed layup try there by Olmstead off the mark. And here comes the West back the other way. It's a 2-on-2. Their man accelerates down the right side, throws up a ball too hard off the glass. No good by Crump. Back the other way comes the East. Stumbling a little bit there is Davis. He recovers, gets it to the baseline, throws it up and in. Good heavens. No, that wasn't Davis who ended up with the shot. Davis made the pass. And who was that with the shot? Doggone it. Numbers are only on the backside. Let's see if we can get a number now. It was 61, Jaden Evans, forward out of California, that got that shot. And now as we approach the 4-minute mark, we have wholesale changes for both teams. 21-14 in favor of the East. They have the ball, and let's see if Bill can figure out who's out there now. Dribble drive here by Matthews to the free throw line, dishes into the corner. Now a weave. Their man comes to the left baseline, tries to go up in traffic, did miss the shot though. Rebound taken by Favis. Throws the ball ahead, intended for a teammate, but way too long out of bounds. And another West turnover. That ball intended for Kyle McGraw. And he had no chance to come up with that. Now a steal out front. Nice play there by Favis. Then he gets double teamed. The ball knocked loose. He recovers. He's in the left corner. Jacks a three. Good! 21-17. Favis all alone out there. Still came up with the ball. Got himself an open look and drilled it. Now ball over to the wing. Bahima with a three-pointer. Good for the East. And their lead is back to 7 at 24-17. 2:50 to play in the second quarter. Pekulski back in there, puts the ball out front. Dribbled by Favis over to the left baseline. A little 8-footer there from the left side is good. And it's 24-19. 2.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. There's a drive and a dish. A three-pointer on the way by Pelletier. That's off the mark, no good. Taken by Favis. Defenders slow him up. He got the ball over to the to the left wing. Now out front, a teammate jacks a three. That's McGraw, and it's good. And suddenly it's a 2-point ball game as we approach 2 minutes to play in the second. A lot of twos in there. And number 22 dribbles over just to the left of the top of the three-point line. Dished it over out of the corner. Their man fumbles the ball, got whacked on the arm pretty good, no call. There's a three-pointer out of the corner by the East, no good, grabbed by the West. Minute 40 to go. All ahead into the corner to Zach Centers. He can't shoot, swings it out front. One bounce dribble and a dish out to the right side. Back out front they go with a pass. Stutter step. Favis tried to step back. Now he keeps the dribble going. Minute 25 to go in the half. Out of the right corner, they put it to the high post. Their man has to back away a little bit. Sets a pick. A little drive there by Centers. He throws it into the key. His teammate puts one up. No good, just off the mark by Martinez Perez. Kid out of Mexico. And at the other end, the ball fumbled away by the East. Wait. Ooh. Everybody started to go the other way. Now they say East ball. 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. East leading 24-22. The ball into the corner on the right side. Malm. Ball dished outside. Sazalski. Back out front. Malm with it again. Goes down the left side. Left-handed shot up. No good. Might have been fouled. No call. Rebound taken by Centers, the man who might have gotten away with the foul. 32 seconds to go in the half. 2-point ball game. Little jumper out of the right corner. No good in the East, back the other way. A pass inside, that's picked off by Centers. He'll come the other way. 13 seconds to go. Into the left corner, three-pointer on the way, that's good. And the West grabs the lead at 25-24. 5 seconds to go. Crossover dribble, a ball way out front. Oh my goodness, straightaway three off the front of the rim, no good by Pelletier. And at the end of 16 minutes of action, good heavens, the West has taken the lead 25-24. That three-pointer by the West, I think that was, well, we won't speculate. We're going to take a break. After 2 quarters of play, the West leads the East 25-24. This is the Phenom 150 National Camp All-Star Games on MOS Live. All right, here we go with the third period of play. I'm Bill Cortland here on MOS Live. Don't forget, for all the information you need about the camp, the all-star teams, et cetera, go to PhenomAmerica.com. Here's a three-pointer on the way by the West on the left wing. No good. Rebound taken by the East, and then as they dribble it up court, the ball knocked away. Out of play. They'll stay with the East. Remember, here in the third quarter, the teams move from man-to-man defense to a mandatory zone defense for the duration of the third quarter. And they put 2 points up there to make it 27-24, and I have no idea why. There's a pass into the interior by the East. That's no good. Fumbled away, taken by Cabs for the West. He gives it to a teammate. That man kicks it out front over to the right wing. A long three from way downtown, off the mark, no good. Rebound taken underneath by the West. They try to go up, no good. The man who had a shot blocked, McGraw, goes right back up again after he fought for the ball, and he scores. And it's 29-24 in favor of the West. As they roll off, I believe that's 10 straight points. I think it was 24-19 in favor of the East, and it's now 29-24 West. Good math, Bill. All right, we get back underway with the ball inbounded by the East. Swinging it around the perimeter. Massanet gets into the right corner. Left corner. His teammate throws up a 3 air ball. Taken underneath by McGraw. Gets it to his teammate. Here comes the West out of the backcourt down the right side. Stutter step. They jump in the air and a pass. Quick into the corner. And now a man, as he went to drive the baseline, stepped back to push off and stepped out of bounds for the West. So we get a turnover. And the West will have to fall back into that zone defense. Like the kids needed any more encouragement to shoot 3-pointers, right? Here's a straightaway 3 on the way. That's off the glass, way off the mark, no good. And a rebound grabbed by Cavs. This big 6'3" center out of California. Gets it ahead to a teammate. That man drives into the paint, tosses it up and in. Nice shot there by, was that Martinez Perez, I think, with the shot. And that makes it 31-24, 12 straight points for the West. A drive, a dish out front, 3-pointer on the way, straight away, way short. Rebound taken out front by Martinez Perez. Lays it off to his teammate who is 52, Made. He lays it up and in. And suddenly a rampage underway here for the West. It's 33-24. 14 points in a row, and then a pass over the head of teammates by Massanet and out of bounds. And now the East turning it over more often than the West did in the first half. And the West turned it over a bunch. There's a little toss-up from the right side of the key. That goes in. McGraw with a hoop, and the route is on, 35-24. Still plenty of time. There's a 3-pointer on the way, no good. Long rebound, grabbed and taken into the left corner there by, who was that, Pelletier? And then a pass ahead is stolen by the West. Back the other way goes Ferguson. He tries to lay it up, he's fouled. And that'll count. Good heavens. So that makes it 37 to, oh, they only put 1 point. Okay, 38-24. Wow. Now another pass, ill-advised, intercepted. The West back the other way again. They go in for a layup, no good. Rebound fought for, Made came up with it, then it's knocked away from him and out of bounds. And the West just stuck on 24 here. They are not able to find the bottom of the hoop at all here in the third quarter. 38-24, under 4 minutes to play, so 4 minutes to play in the quarter, so they'll switch it up. The ball, however, still stays with the West. They're in the front court on the right baseline. Inbound pass tossed away, not a good play. Intended for Sivian Favis, but it went off his fingertips. He was jumping in the air to try to get to it and couldn't keep it. So the West gets bit with a turnover. Ball out front, Malm with it. They swing it into the right corner. Back to Malm, back into the right corner. Their man's alone for a 3. It's on the way and good. Nice shot. Nice little 2-man game there by Malm. And Cole Bahema out of Washington. He knocked down the 3-pointer. And finally, the East have some points here in the second quarter. In the second half. There's a 3-pointer off the glass. Don't you have to call that? Good heavens. Martin Made with a 3-pointer to make it back to a 14-point lead at 41-27. Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Hawk out front. Ball fake and a drive. Ball fumbled, but picked up again by Malm. He got into the baseline. Back out front. Whoop! Almost stolen, but it got into the hands of Sazalski. Got it to a teammate. Long 3, no good. Rebound off to the West. Here they come to the front court. Little dish there by Centers into the left corner. A jumper there. 3-pointer by Favis is good. And it's 44-27. 3 points for the West. Sorry, for the East. Since the second quarter. Since late in the second quarter when they led 24-19. Now a little drive, a toss up and in for a bucket to make it 44-29. Quickly down to the left side. Another 3-pointer on the way and good. Good heavens. Zach Centers is on fire now. And it's 47-29. An 18-point bulge with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Jordan Malm drives. A double team comes to him. He got it into the corner. They swing it back out front. Nice passing ball to Sazalski. His 3-pointer on the way, no good. Up high to tip the rebound is Made to a teammate who saves it to Made. and he'll come to the front court. This is a 10th grader. You got to be kidding me. Stutter step comes down the right side. No good. Missed the shot, but had to weave his way through significant traffic. Minute and a half to play. Down the left. Oh, great pass to the right side. Lay it up and in by Mom. Great assist by the East, and it's 47-29. Minute 20 to play. All into the corner, now back out front. Favis into the post, back out to the left wing. A jumper by Centers on the way, no good. Rebound taken by the East. Over on the far side is Pelletier. He comes down that way, moves it into the left corner, gets it back. He comes down the lane, got fouled. The shot, they're going to call it a block shot, and the ball out of bounds. I think that would be 2 points or 2 free throws in most games, but they inbound it, get into the corner, and the man goes up, got whacked pretty good that time too. This time they'll count it. And a ball out of bounds to the West with a 47-33 lead now. 14-point Bulls with 40 seconds to play. And now we get a whistle, and we might have another cut player. Slowly staggering over to the sidelines there is Martin Maid, the kid out of North Carolina. A substitute comes on for him. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Centers, gets it back. He straight away swings over the ball over to the left wing. To the free throw line. His teammate 46 there. Put one up there. Martinez Perez off the mark. And back the other way comes Mom. Crosses over to the left side from the right. Lays it up and in. Nice shot. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. A 12-point game. Whoops. Somebody got to look at the clock. 5 seconds. Here's Favis. Got it over to the left wing. His man got knocked down as he jerked a 3 up in the air. No good. And Crump was looking at the referee saying that's not a foul, but no call. And the third quarter has come to an end with the West leading the East 47-35. This is the Phenom 150 National Camp All-Star Games on MOS Live. I'm Bill Cortland. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a minute. We're getting set for the fourth quarter of our 10th grade division all-star contest. Don't forget all the info you need at PhenomAmerica.com. All right, 47-35 in favor of the West. The East with the ball. And they're going to drive into the paint. And, boy, there's just a mugging going on there. No call. The ball stolen by the West, and then they throw it away. All right, a little sloppy. It's okay. They're 10th graders. These kids are pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I have seen a lot of basketball over the years. There's a drive into the paint, little toss up, no good. A little too hard, just a little too hard by Roderick Massenat out of New Jersey. And back the other way comes the West. Kyle McGraw out of the corner, throws it back across out front to his teammate. Now they lay it off. There's a drive into the key. Little soft runner. Wow, a toss-up by Elijah Ferguson finds the bottom of the net. And it's 49-35. 1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. And look at the step-in steal there by Favis. He comes down the baseline, a reverse layup, and scores! What a play as he got it away from Faquan Davis. Wow. And there's another turnover back the other way. Who is that coming in there? 51, lays it up and in as he gets fouled. Favis could have about 6 or 8 points on those last 2 drives with that much contact. And it's an 18-point Bulge now with 6.5 to play. There's a drive, and they're going to call a blocking foul. as Faquan Davis tried to muscle his way through some players who had congregated just inside the free throw line, but they were still moving as Davis made contact, so it's a defensive foul and the ball back over to the East. They're trailing big, 53-35. Ball's way out on the left wing. Approaching 6 minutes to play. Remember, 4 8-minute quarters here in the fourth quarter. Oh, there's a pass inside that is taken away by the West once again. They get it to Favis. He comes down the left side, lays it up, no good. A lot of contact, no call. He's not going to get any calls anymore. Ball over to Matthews. He puts it out front to Davis, who swings it left. Three-pointer on the way is short, off the front of the rim, and the rebound grabbed by Ferguson. And a long pass, tipped once by 42 and saved onto the floor by those long arms. Nice play by Cavs. Got it to Ferguson, and they couldn't get a bucket. Back the other way comes the East. And there's Davis with a shot. Might have been fouled, no good. The man who fouled him runs the other way, Cavs, and his teammate throws it out to him, and Cavs missed a little gimme, no good. And a rebound's going to be taken by, I think that was Malm for the East. Davis with it now. Out front, crossover dribble there by Massenat, and he throws it up, no good, but he's fouled, and are they going to count it? Or yes, they do count the two-pointer. Remember, no free throws, so they just give him the bucket and inbound the ball to the other team. Never mind whether or not your announcer is confused. I am. But it certainly does keep the pace up in the game. There's a drive and maybe some traveling, double dribbling, whatever you want to call it. But Simeon Favis trying to attack where there was no space, and it's a turnover. Here comes the East back the other way. You got a man at the three-point line on the way off the right side of the rim, no good and out of bounds. As Elijah Ferguson just lets it bounce away and go out of bounds. So we're approaching the 4-minute mark, so the teams will switch it up. 5 new players on the floor for both teams. 4 minutes exactly now to play. And the West will inbound the ball. They've got a big lead of 55-37. There's Made, who swings it over to the left wing to Cavs. He drives, kicks it back out to Made on the right wing, left side. Drive to this baseline to centers, fall away jumper, good! Nice shot, and it's a 20-point margin. Remember, the East led 24-19 late in the second quarter and have just been dominated since. And of course, the East has been turning the ball over like crazy. There's a drive into the paint, and they're going to count that bucket. A drive that time by Clayton Boone, a point forward out of North Carolina. I beg your pardon, they did not count the basket. They said the foul was while he was on the floor, so no shot. Ball inbounded by the East. They swing it over to the right wing. The three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound taken by the West. Made with it, drives inside the free throw line. A 14-footer on the way, no good. Goes underneath and grabs his own rebound, goes up, and he's fouled. And the muscular kid gets 2 points for his efforts to make it 59-37. 2.5 minutes to play. That kid is on the football team, you can tell. Here's a straightaway three-pointer on the way by Sazalski. That's no good. Rebound taken by the West. It's Made again. Attacking right down the middle, comes underneath, lays it up and in, and they're going to count it and give him a free throw. So that's a 3-point play, and the rout is officially, well, it's way past the rout now. It's 62-37. Back the other way, the East with a penetration and a layup and in on the left side. 2 minutes to play. 62-39. Good heavens. There's a long three-pointer on the rebound, fought for by the East, and they take it under their own bucket. Back the other way. Bahama, one bounce dribble, throws it into the paint, into some traffic. His teammate tries to drive, it's knocked away. And they got away with a travel there. Now we get a whistle, and now they're going to call the travel. Okay. Better late than never. Minute 25 and counting down. Somebody's got to get open here. Ball inbounded by Malm, and then he gets it right back. Crossover dribble. He's at the free throw line. Ball knocked away by him, and then taken and moved ahead to Made. He comes down the left side, lays it up and in. And it is a 25-point beatdown at 64-39 with 1 minute left to play. Wow, that is a long three. Give him 5 for that one. Good heavens. 64-42, 48 seconds to play. And this one is all over but the shouting. Only question is, who's going to be your MVP? Could certainly make an argument for Martin Made. Cabs certainly has had a strong game underneath and outside. He's got the ball now. Stutter step dribble. Fake using a pick, came down the right side, throws it off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound with one hand, and before coming down, puts it up and in. Oh, a little putback on the right side to make it 66-42. 16 seconds left. As soon as I say Cab's name, of course, he has to do that. There's a long three-pointer on the way, no good. And rebound ahead. Oh, nice behind the back pass there by Made, or behind the head pass there by Made. But his teammate couldn't finish. Now with no time left, the clock runs out on the East as they came to attack the other way. And this one is in the books. A 66-42 win for the West. After, again, they trailed 24-19 late in the second quarter. And they came out, scored 10 points in a row, and never looked back. And they put a big-time hurt on the East with a 24-point win. So the two teams meet at center court for a post-game handshake. And then we'll have an announcement of the game's MVP. And you've heard a couple of candidates suggested by me from the West, assuming, of course, that the MVP comes from the winning team. And, of course, all the players from both teams coming over to shake hands with the officials, who didn't do a lot of whistleblowing in that one. Although they've been running a lot, I'll give them that. Good heavens. All right, let's see if they're going to announce the MVP. So it looks like the MVP of the game was named Sivian Favis, number 51. So congratulations to him. There were a lot of good choices. Couldn't go wrong. And they didn't go wrong with the selection they made. Outstanding ball game. So once again, 66-42 the final as the West beats the East in our 10th grade division contest. I'm Bill Cortland. Thanks a bunch for listening. We'll be back with our high school grade game. That'll be juniors and seniors here at the Phenom 150 National Camp in just a minute.